Next, ladies and gentlemen, we'll look at how purposeful design is shaping the next generation of urban living. For this discussion, please welcome to the stage Alex Zagrebelny, the founder and CEO of R.Evolution real estate developer, and Mohammad Rafiee, the CEO of Richmind Development, and of course your moderator, Mustafa Rawi, Group Director of Editorial Partnerships at IMI.
Thank you so much, all of you, for being here, for joining us for this discussion. Thank you, Mohammad. Thank you, Alex. I'm very much looking forward to the next 20 minutes as we discuss this very interesting trend that has emerged in real estate and property, and very much echoes, I think, broadly what's happening in terms of lifestyle and well-being and longevity as being important topics for us in general, as well as for business and the industry. And of course, sustainability for more than a decade now has been very, very important. Maybe I can start with you, Alex, to kind of get a sense of how well-being and longevity and sort of that kind of architecture of design is built into R.Evolution and how you're working at the moment. And tell us a little bit about the company. Set the scene for us of how you work.
Thank you. Is it work? Yeah? Okay. My name is Alex Zagrebelny. I'm owner and CEO of real estate development company R.Evolution. From 1999, actually, our mission in the name of the company. So we are part of evolution of real estate, but with the revolution view on it. And with this banner, 23 buildings was developed. Riga, Berlin, Barcelona, and now last 5 years I live with my family in Dubai. And now 3 projects. The first one is AVA. We call AVA, and actually AVA reflects everything. What we need to know about this, all answers to this question exist in AVA. Because AVA is the most health conscious, sustainable, well-being and longevity orientated, and building on earth, I think, for now. Because what means purpose for me? We use usually the architecture and design as a language to speak with the outside world. And it's about legacy, because we are, as real estate developers, we are magicians and sages at the same time, must be. Because we are responsible for the life of people who will live in this building. We are responsible for the legacy, what we create for the cities. Because when we look to the Gaudi piece of art, or when we look to the main cities like Paris, London, in the center, there is minimum ugly buildings, especially from the past. So that people, so that developers who created, the investors, they created with a purpose, not only for the people who will be inside, but for the legacy of the city, for the people who will look at it. So we always speak with the language of architecture and design. Actually, I prefer to speak about 3 main themes, as nature, culture, and traditions. Actually, what should not be lost for the future generations. And we decoding, we call this technique decoding. I train my architects for last 15 years. So from the revolution exists from 1999, but we have our team of the architects from 2010. And we, in one of our projects, we even speak about the DNA of our planet, the people. we decode Winston Churchill, Audrey Hepburn, Marlene Dietrich, Ernest Hemingway with the language of architecture and design. We learn carefully all their life, personal assessment, unique perception of life, what were their targets, what kind of shape of the windows was in their family house. And then all this mass of information I give to my architects, and main task was, listen, if Churchill were a building, what would he look like? Let's decode this person, but with the language of windows, small elements, and actually what we create, finally, you can learn all his life, only just walking around the building, and of course, if someone will tell you about it. But when it's happened, that evaluation of the building in the eyes of your future resident or future tenant, it's already never will be the same that before. So because then I looking to my clients, they start speaking about it with their neighbors, with their friends. So that's for them, even the energy inside of the buildings, which was created with a purpose, it's totally different. Then purpose, my main purpose now is, and always was, who is the main? Architecture or the who will live, who will rent inside? Of course, the man. Therefore, of course, the people who will live inside. And for this purpose, what we need? We need to analyze. We create holistic system, purpose holistic system, 360-degree around it. We learn knowledge of our ancestors, Vastu Shastra, Ayurveda, yoga. Then most advanced technologies. Now AI is coming. We use it for the management inside the building, for the personal experience of our client. What she like, what she love. Then we make it like a problem when the building as a mother starts serving you. But mother with a deep knowledge and a lot of different industries, in combination with the opinion leaders from this industry, and deliver and increase your well-being, longevity, efficiency of the people inside, protect their health. We check all materials for the toxin. We check even for radiation before installation, all materials. Really, with the detectors, someone from our team going to the factory and checking before they start delivery at site. Because sometimes it's like usually 5% with increased radiation. But when you put the material with radiation inside the building, you put the poison. Because then someone feel the headache pain and don't understand why it's happened. Why it's happened, why is the energy is not balanced. You don't feel inside comfortable. You feel that the space around you is aggressive to you. And so I can speak for hours.
Yeah,
you can stop.
I love this journey that you've kind of described, because the journey goes back to, as you mentioned, traditions, to history, and then and then comes forward now to 2025, and this trend of that has kind of emerged of well-being and longevity, but it's something that is not new yet appears to feel new. And I'll bring you into this, Mohammad, now, because your company is building an iconic project in Ras Al Khaimah, and everything that Alex has described about that journey with people in mind. You know, how do you stay on track when keeping the person and the human center of it, while also trying to deliver something that is iconic and people will talk about for generations to come as well?
Yeah, let me introduce myself. So, this is Mohammad Rafiee, the CEO of Richmind Development. We are developing one of the most iconic project, masterpiece with Zaha Hadid, architect in Al Marjan Island. And I think that's the main reason that's the whole idea and philosophy for Richmind, is to create something unique, niche, exclusive, with creating innovations in luxury living, in community living. And also I think the whole idea is coming based on the guide and information we got a study from different kind of sources in terms of how evolving lifestyle needs. I think it's based on three major sectors, which is excellence in design. I think the second one is to create iconic and providing a commitment to create an iconic project. And third one is basically the human-centric in the environment. So I think in our project we try to make sure in Oyster to have implement, and we have lots of innovations in terms of quality of the life and lifestyle in our project. I think one of the key factors on that is to create a holistic master planning. So it's include different kind of component and functions to the residents that people are living there. And it's include customized and tailored F&B sections. So we have lots of different kind of activities, amenities, and also to bring innovations in terms of to have better experience for our residents in the project. We create an amazing beach club to have better experience of water features and hospitality. We created the first Infinity 360 pool as a sky restaurant to overlooking to island number 4 and Al Marjan Island, for them to have better experience. It's a different experience, and also it's providing the better lifestyle and quality of the life for our client. I think another point is to work and partnership with Zaha Hadid gives us opportunity to go beyond conventional design to create something unique. Each tower has its own personality, and also based on that, it's each tower and each project is a statement and also a sculptural statement that provide I think different kind of living style and lifestyle in the island, and it's a landmark. For us also, it's the same thing. So the commercial part is important, but the most important thing for us is to create a legacy, something that will remain. As an iconic building, always you have lots of challenges, as we discussed, and but for us and for our investors and also our partners, it's very important to create something unique in terms of functionality, interior design, as well as lifestyle we're creating in our project. So I think one of the key topic in regards to innovation in community living is master planning, how you create the lifestyle and your functionality in the project. Another one is to make sure about the design, and also how it's human-centric, about how you are taking care of your client. You give them the protection, you give them the innovation, and how you integrate AI and technology into your project to give them new experience in terms of the layout, in terms of the livability, in terms of the quality of the life in your project. And I think these are the key factors in terms of innovation.
I like this very much, and it kind of makes me think about how far we've come in terms of property development in the last 25 years, particularly in this market. And I guess what I really want to understand from you both, and I really believe in your commitment, and it's clear the commitment that both of your companies are making. But Alex, at what point did Did we kind of move on from sort of just very, very good marketing to kind of this approach that is really feels like it's a real integrity to the approach? You know, why did we move from simply coming up with a good name and a good selling campaign to something that seems a lot more focused on what people will experience once they're living inside the project? When do you think that changed in your mind?
You know, for me, my buildings is a living being. And I created for beautiful living being. And for me, like, if we are talking about innovation, so it's actually everything what we need is exist in nature. And my innovation will be always to combine knowledges of both civilizations, modern technocratic and ancient Vedic civilization, and take the best, take the essence of it. And actually, I think what we create with AWA is a revolution in industry in general, because it's changed the point of view. So we, I don't know, for example, we use one of the ancient practice in Vastu Shastra. We implement 16 tons of 18 different type of crystals inside the structure of the building, in each slab, in the center of each column, in the basement, so that to balance energies inside the building, to clean building from the negative type of energies. So when I implemented first time in my building, you cannot believe how it's worked. Because everything what I want to implement, I always check on me, on myself, on my family. And when it's worked, so because it was like, so the person who usually, it's my mother, who usually have the very high level of toxification in the morning because she was 74 years old and have a problem with the liver. In this apartment, it's never happened. Because somehow, something happened in your body that to balance how organisms work.
So you want to give this what you've experienced and you've seen as being a benefit, you want to pass that on to the end user, to the customers in your project.
And AWA is a very strong brand. So we are LEED Platinum certified. LEED Platinum is a top level. We are 90 points of sustainability. So it's our building consumes double less energy from Earth than any other building in Dubai. Quality of facades, quality of engineering system, how you balance everything inside. So even the finishing of the facade is, I think, glazed terracotta ceramic is the best material for local climate. From different point of view. And I'm not talking about the beauty of architecture because all building looks like a piece of art, like a giant vase. You can wash it easily, it's help you not overheat the building, but so that the combination, what we create in R.Evolution, we create the holistic approach whereas we take the essence of the best of the art of craftsmanship. 22 best brands from ceramic to JC when it's going about the sanitary to like so that we create the essence of craftsmanship of the planet and essence of the knowledge of both civilizations and implement to make a building not be only beautiful, not based on the biophilic design, narrow architecture, but open the different world for the residents, for the tenants. Now in Barcelona, with the same principles under construction to office buildings. Can you imagine that you are in your 10 or 12 hours in your office, and at the same time, your office heal you with the quality of activated water, so with the right pH level, right charge level, clean the memory, give new memory to the water, and you drink this essence, which is like, even from the point of view of me as an owner of the business, so even to that my people work in this type of buildings, it means that efficiency they increase, so it means I receive more benefits for me as for the owner of the business.
And the commitment to that, and I'll bring Mohammad here because for the last couple of minutes here, but that commitment that Alex is talking about, the commitment to quality, commitment to delivering that experience that end users can really feel. It's not just somewhere to live or work, but it's something beyond that. You have that commitment with your project, with Oyster, with what Richmind is doing, and how does that commitment translate to essentially being able to deliver to investors, to end users, something that is iconic and different?
I think one of the key elements in terms of iconic and to make your project different in terms of quality of the life and experience is based on the facility and functionality you're creating in your project and how it's different. I mean, at Richmind and Oyster Project, we try to collaborate and do partnership with the most talented team in-house in our company, as well as international consultant. So we collaborate with Zaha Hadid architect to make sure about how iconic is that and to provide a different lifestyle and experience, not only for the residents, also for everyone who is living in Marjan Island and going to be there as a tourism or have experience there. Also, we are working with the HBA London to make sure we have a proper space, living area space in terms of interior design and in terms of the layout, in terms of the quality of the life you have inside your apartment, in terms of the quality and the directions in terms of the interior design, and also we're crafting the high quality finishing that you're going to have a big experience in terms of the luxury and iconic project. So in terms of landscaping, we are collaborating and working with Cracknell, which they are super expert in terms of landscaping. We create a different section of landscape, which is like a huge resort, 5-star resort. So whatever you required in terms of sport, in terms of water features, in terms of your kids, your family, we have create a different kind of experience. So just to make sure when you are inside Oyster, you feel you're living in a 5-star resort and you have the proper quality of the life.
I think that's a good place to leave the discussion because, I mean, both our speakers here have commented about the purpose of their projects and the purpose of why their businesses are positioned where they are. And it's a commitment to that quality in terms of not only the design and the plan, but also in terms of the partners and how they approach everything. So I think that it's a good place to leave it because certainly for the human connection and for longevity and well-being and innovation in that regard, it seems that the market is going in a very interesting and unique direction. So thank you all for being with us to hear this discussion, and please join me in thanking our speakers for their insights and their time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.